everybody and welcome. For those of you who know me, welcome back. And for those of you who don't, hi, I'm Pia and I'm your host for all things luxe. On today's video, we're going to have a look at one of the top hero products for the spring-summer season. I'm talking about woven bags. I've put together a list of 12 pieces that are currently available, mainly from the luxury market, but I have included some options from the mid-luxe as well as the high street as well. Now, before we dive into the first one, don't worry, I'm not going to go into a 2-hour lecture about it. As many of our beloved fashion goodies, woven bags can be traced all the way back to ancient Egypt. The most common one we know is the straw bag, made quite literally from straw. But when we dive deeper into the woven bag realm, we'll find for centuries materials such as paper, seaweed, rattan, bamboo, and raffia have been used to produce the beloved basket bag. I'm almost done, I promise. It was once a utility accessory, but somewhere around the 1950s, this piece became the it bag, and perhaps, dare I say, the first it bag as we know them today. We're all familiar with the Birkin bag now, aren't we? However, I do a deep dive into that bag on another video, so if you're interested in that, I will make sure to leave it linked so you can watch it after. But back to woven bags, Jane Birkin was first actually known for carrying basket bags around. Long before she became known for her eponymous bag at Hermes, she was actually sort of one of the pioneer ladies that would carry around a basket bag as her actual daily bag. She would carry it everywhere, whether she was in the city, on the beach side, in the countryside, always in that super nonchalant manner. And it was a great way of topping up a look with this gorgeous, simple, and natural bag. Nowadays, it's even declined into hobo bags, tote bags, little clutches, all that jazz. So before I continue rumbling about fashion history, let's just dive into the first one. Starting off with this gorgeous Christian Louboutin piece. This is the By My Side leather and raffia tote. It's a fusion of elegance and casual sophistication that features a meticulously woven raffia body with leather handles and a logo detail on the front. I quite like the fact that the logo on it is quite large. However, it's one of those if you know type of logos. So you can still consider this piece to be not loud, if that makes sense. The malleability given to it by the raffia material give it a laid-back, summery touch à la Parisienne, with that extra nonchalant je ne sais quoi that I adore, that the French know how to make so well. It's basically an effortless statement piece that will work just as well for outfits during picnics and days by the seaside, which would be a lovely mummy bag for anybody looking to carry their little baby essentials in a summery piece. Likewise for the boss babes, this piece will look absolutely gorgeous paired with an ecru or white two-piece suit. I mean, talk about office siren vibes. Up next, there's this piece from Loewe, which I've been personally eyeing to get myself. Naturally exotic, the bag is made out of a smooth calf leather and woven raffia, which is basically a part of a palm tree. Fun fact, raffia has been used for centuries because it's actually a pretty durable material and it's quite resistant as well. So I'm guessing if I get this bag, I can say it will be timeless in my wardrobe and then justify it. It's proposed in the small and large. However, you do have to consider that the small version of it, it's quite roomy already, whereas the large version of it, it's kind of a, I'm making a statement, I'm coming down the road. It just exudes such a beautiful elegance that I can truly see myself wearing on days in Paris, and then obviously for days when we go closer to the beach side as well. There's this lightest hint of branding, but it's all really about design when it comes to this particular handbag. And one last thing that attracted me to it was the fact that it comes with a zipper, which is quite unusual in this woven totes and quite practical if you ask me. Now, if you're a little bit more into the logomania tote type of bag for the summer, then you might like this other model, the famous Paula Sivisa anagram tote. Also proposed in a couple of different sizes and in a body made out of raffia. Beyond the beauty of its classic silhouette, there's something else to admire on the small size version of this one. And it's the fact that it's actually woven in Colombia by women that belong to an NGO collective organization that keeps giving independence to women back at heart. I know this part is invisible to the tote, but I thought you might appreciate it as much as I did. Up next, we have Zimmermann's take on the raffia bag for this season. Always on the luxury sphere, however, at a much more affordable price point. This piece has the DNA of the brand written all over it, with the ruffle designed on the handles, the juxtaposition of the intricate change of patterns on the weave, and the barely there branding at the bottom. A beautiful feminine silhouette for anybody looking to dive into the romanticism trend this summer. I do have a video on that as well, so I will make sure to leave it linked up here for you. On the opposite end of the pricing spectrum, and no, I'm not talking about a Birkin bag or a picnic Kelly. This is the Sardine by Bottega Veneta. A limited edition, semi-rigid woven basket bag with a dark brown, soft lamb leather lined interior and a sardine fish-shaped top handle in a yellow gold colored metal. I love the timeless elegance that this piece exudes. It's definitely one for the collectors out there. She will present beautifully, finishing off an outfit as much as she will being exhibited as a fashion prize in the shelves of a summer house. Now, from the mid-luxury section, I particularly found this Isabel Marant Tampa tote to be an exquisite take on this timeless spring-summer accessory. It's got a very boho Parisian chic vibe going on, with the tassel looks that the brand keeps on revisiting over and over during their designs. However, true to its core, it's a brand from a woman, made for women, so it's a practical bag with a flat bottom and a roomy interior. My styling tip would be wear this when you're doing your groceries run. I mean, how much more Parisian could it get than carrying your baguette and a couple of tomatoes from the market in there? Valentino has a colorful proposal with this candy look-alike type of bucket bags. Very cute, tinted and embroidered raffia with leather details. A little hint of light through the metallic hardware and beautiful leather finishes with hues that will transport us straight from Positano to Tuscany. You can add this to a total white or ecru look for that sophisticated spring vibe. Even to a total black look, this would look absolutely gorgeous, or a total tan look. However, if you're a little bit more daring, you might want to pair this with a pink dress or a cerulean blue dress. Massimo Dutti also brought a couple of options to the table this season. They're one of my all-time favorite high street brands. And it was honestly hard to pick just one. So here's two options from them. One in natural raffia and leather, and this other one giving dragon diffusion vibes completely in leather. This is the bag that made me call this video a woven bag selection and not a raffia bags video. That's how much I wanted to include this one, which ended up making me divert my research a little bit, and we ended up with quite a nice one anyway. I find its shape timeless, chic, with the right amount of design in there, and soft luxury vibes, I would say. It's also a great all-year-round addition to anyone's wardrobe, making it a truly timeless piece. Perfect for styling during a short weekend escape, workwear attires, and for laid-back weekend brunch looks as well. Well, the first one will complement our chic, sort of minimal, spring-summer in the city type of looks. Also, paired with your favorite linen dress and leather sandals, this tote would be chef's kiss. By the way, would you be interested in a sandals for spring summer selection type of video? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, talking about spring summer in the city, a brand I must mention because it's one of my absolute favorites, and it's also one of the brands for reference for cool girl city vibes. I'm talking about Anine Bing. Both the Leah hobo bag or the Rio tote bag are synonymous with refined minimal elegance, and they're absolutely perfect for adding a slight touch of spring summer for those that enjoy a particularly total black or total minimal type of aesthetic in their outfits. Now, don't get me wrong, you can most definitely take this ones on holiday with you to the beachside, the countryside. If you live there, why not? But by the end of the weekend, these bags will be asking you to take them back right where they'll belong, on the hustle and bustle of the city life. The body of these bags is made out of cellulose, which is in fact the largest organic compound we find in Earth. Okay, that was my last nerd note, I promise. If you're the kind of girl that carries her life and beyond inside of her handbags, then I would highly advise for you to pick the Rio tote, which has a flat bottom, and it will naturally add practicality when organizing things inside of it. Alternatively, if you're a let's stick to the basics type of lady, the Leah Hobo might be the option for you. They're both accompanied by quite a large, oversized logo from the brand. However, once again, it is made in such a slick, minimal way that it's not really giving logomania vibes in your face, if that makes sense. But due to the sleek nature of the logo, it will still add a polished finish to any look. All right, there are 3 more bags to go. Up next, we have an option for those of you hoping to add an elegant and lovely option to your wardrobes without really having to break your wallets. This is an all-natural fibers clutch by Mango. It's one of the most affordable versions we have on today's list, and it is still giving luxe vibes in my opinion. It's got quite a comfortable length. I mean, I think it's 32 centimeters long, so imagine almost an inch larger than a Birkin 30. It will fit all of your daily essentials inside, and it is still compact enough for it to be carried out on date nights by the water, or even as an accent piece for spring-summer wedding guest looks. I'm loving the fact that it comes with a chain that allows you to be hands-free in case you want to do a little bit of dancing if you're a wedding guest this season. One of my besties is actually celebrating her civil wedding next month, and it will be an outside, quite casual affair during a spring afternoon in Spain. So I'm thinking of getting this one as an option for the wedding guest look that I want to do. It's also a great bag for the rest of the warmer months, and I honestly see myself wearing it just as much in Paris as I do in perhaps the days we'll spend in Provence later this summer. Also from Mango, we've got this other little mighty number. Once again, a natural fibers type of piece. This one is made in paper. How cute is that? It comes in 2 different colors to choose from. However, if you ask me, I think the darker version for those sort of Scandi inspired type of styling looks is the way to go. The model calls for a handheld only type of piece with the little top handle that it comes with. However, my styling tip would be to carry it under your arm in that sort of nonchalant type of vibe. I particularly like understated pieces like this one, married with an either monochrome outfit or perhaps with total white, ecru, silk and linen dresses for adding a little bit of extra texture to the look. And now last, closing this list, we have the Saint Laurent Cassandra bag. ¿Cómo se dice Cassandre? Cassandra. We have the Saint Laurent Cassandra bag. How was pronunciation on 1 to 10 there?
8.
8 for pronunciation. Sur 10? Merci, monsieur. I can see somebody loves me. With its vintage flair and elegant allure, this bag is sure to be a winner for those of you that enjoy a ladylike with vintage vibes to your bags. It comes with leather details on the borders, as well as a comfortable detachable shoulder strap, which is great for days when you need a little bit of a hands-free moment. Although when it comes to me personally, I would remove the shoulder strap altogether and just carry it by its top handle. I mean, there's something so feminine and, I don't know, composed on the gesture of carrying a handbag just by its little top handle. To accentuate on the vintage design of the bag, the brand has opted for an aged bronze type of color for the logo. And the last reason that I love this bag is that just simply by looking at it, it transports us to those sort of vintagey, Hollywood-esque type of vibes. There are a couple more bags that I liked while getting this video ready, so I'll make sure to link them on the description of this video down below for you, along with everything else I mentioned on the video as per usual. Alright you guys, that will be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you're not done, I'll leave you 2 more in here so you can binge a little bit more, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!